In 2011, 3 women won the Nobel Peace Prize. 2 of them were from Liberia and 1 from Yemen. The Yemeni is Tawakkol Karman, a controversial figure who rode the wave of fame using the revolution against former Yemeni President Ali Abdul Salah to her advantage. She shot up to fame playing her cards as someone involved in empowering women, advocating for equality between men and women.
Women always in Yemen asked and struggled for human rights in general.
But there is a flip side to this story, which the mass media did not cover. Tawakkol Karman is a member of the Al-Islah party in Yemen, which is the Yemeni face of the Muslim Brotherhood. The head of Al-Islah, Abdul Majid al-Zindani, is a wanted terrorist by the US because of his close ties to Osama bin Laden. After Tawakkol received her Nobel Prize, she visited Muslim Brotherhood Supremo Yusuf al-Qaradawi to get his blessings. She told him how she was always an admirer of his work, including his book, Fiqh al-Jihad. Qaradawi is notorious for playing with internal affairs of governments and his destabilizing techniques. Qatari Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani invited Tawakkol Karman to Doha, helping to establish her own news channel dedicated to journalist women. As if Al Jazeera isn't causing enough problems giving terrorists their 15 minutes of fame. She currently resides in Doha with her family while Yemen is facing a crisis. Her sister, Safa Karman, is a reporter working the controversial Qatari TV station Al Jazeera. Safa used Al Jazeera's capacity to overplay her sister's role during the Yemeni revolution. During the protests in Egypt, she praised ousted President Mohamed Morsi, a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, a terrorist organization with the sole purpose of destabilizing countries, comparing him to Nelson Mandela. While the whole world is trying to stop Qatar from feeding terrorist groups, she stands by Qatar, calling the blockade unfair and a ploy to punish Qatar for supporting the Arab Spring. If this doesn't raise some eyebrows already, here's some more. The head of the electing panel of the Nobel Prize was Thorbjorn Jagland, former Prime Minister of Norway, who currently serves as the Secretary General of the Council of Europe. He spoke in support of Tawakkol when they were critiqued for picking a member of the Muslim Brotherhood as a winner of the Peace Prize. Mr. Jagland is supportive of the Muslim Brotherhood's methods and opposes the idea that they are a threat to democracy. Before winning the Nobel Prize, Tawakkol won the International Women of Courage Award, a title given to her by then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Hillary is not the only one backing Tawakkol. Organizations such as the Islamic Society of North America and Council on American Islamic Relations have sung praises of her. Both these organizations are subsidiaries of the Global Muslim Brotherhood and have had controversial black marks on them. The year after Tawakkol won the Nobel Prize, she was invited to speak at the 49th ISNA convention. Her fellow speakers, such as Tariq Ramadan, grandson of the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood, Jamal Bedawi, leader of the US Muslim Brotherhood, Rashid Ghannouchi, leader of the Tunisian Muslim Brotherhood, Nihad Awad, leader of CARE, Yasser Auda, International Institute of Islamic Thought, colleague of Yusuf al-Qaradawi, were all from the Muslim Brotherhood. An interesting and mysterious link here would be Hillary's chief of staff, Huma Abedin. She acted as advisor for Hillary since she was First Lady of the US during Bill's presidency. Huma has been accused with overwhelming evidence multiple times of being associated with the Muslim Brotherhood. Her mother and brother have openly supported radical Islam. Her mother, Saliha Abdin, sits on the Presidency Staff Council of the International Islamic Council for Dawah and Relief, a group that is chaired by Yusuf al-Qaradawi, which is again financially backed by Qatar. Saliha also runs a Sharia journal called Journal of Muslim Minority Affairs, for which Huma worked as editor from 1995 to 2008. Huma was also part of the executive board of the Muslim Students Association, an organization dedicated to establishing and maintaining Islamic societies in college campuses within the USA and Canada.
MSA, Muslim Students Association, has an oath of allegiance. It's not what I'm alleging. This is what they proudly put on the YouTube, and you can listen that it is an exact reflection of what is asked or demanded by the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt.
And so you will repeat after me, inshallah. Allah is my Lord. Islam is my life. The Quran is my guide. The Sunnah is my practice. Jihad is my spirit. Righteousness is my character. And paradise is my goal. For I enjoin what is right. I forbid what is wrong. I will fight against oppression. And I will die to establish Islam. Assalamu alaikum.
The MSA has had many notable extremist leaders, such as Anwar al-Awlaki of Al-Qaeda and Omar Shafiq Hamami of Al-Shabaab. Both are well-known, highly dangerous men. Huma's husband, Anthony Weiner, a disgraced congressman who was repeatedly caught in sexting scandals, was running for mayoral elections in 2013 and had his campaign funded by Al Jazeera, which received huge criticism. Similarly, CARE received $15 million in funding for their peace project from dictator Muammar Gaddafi in 2009. The leader of CARE, Nahad Awad, thanked Gaddafi for his generous support. Overall, the group who awarded Tawakkol with her Nobel Prize are drowning in a sea of secrets and lies. And all leads are pointing towards the Muslim Brotherhood. And who powers the Muslim Brotherhood? Qatar, a nation that embraces radical Islamists, gives them protection, and fuels their extremist ideologies with money. It's only a matter of time before the corruption about FIFA surfaces. Someone has to teach Qatar that they cannot buy glory. They have to earn it. The time has come to amend laws that allow extremists to use humanitarian organizations as a cloak to promote jihad. Organizations just as ISNA, CARE, NAIT, and others have to be investigated and purged. Terrorism exists not just because of radicalized people, but because of the huge amounts of funding these radicals receive. The easiest way to stop terrorism is to stop the flow of money. Death is not a solution for disease. Similarly, extremism is not a solution for conflicts. We need an intelligent and peaceful solution to coexist and share this world. Watch our previous episodes if you haven't already to find out more.